Appreciate y'all coming. That was a good win for us. Pleased. I think, Chuck, you just told me it was our 5th win at home, consecutive win at home. You know, there's no place like home, and that was fun. I think, you know, it's nice to be able to start a press conference with the progress the defense made, the front four, after watching the film. Start with the inside out of Michael Smith and John Joffrey's play. They played a heck of a game up the middle with Jared Williams and Scott Solomon on the perimeter. Really pleased with that front four and their efforts this week. Linebackers, Cam Nwasu and Justin Allen were really all over the field and were the leading tacklers in that football game. The secondary, you know, anytime I think we gave up 70 yards rushing, that was nice for 2.4 carry. Really fit everything well. Thought our pass defense was much improved. And, you know, a lot of that pass defense was that front four did such a great job putting pressure on that quarterback, and our blitzing when we blitzed was very effective. When Cam Nwasu hit their quarterback down in the red zone, got the ball out, and Solomon recovered, that was a big play in a football game. I thought offensively, we have to still do a better job protecting. We have to do a better job opening seams in the lane. I thought Ian Gray, Devon started the game and was struggling. We got Ian Gray in, thought he really did a good job at guarding his first extensive play. That's something, though, we've got to get better in the offensive line of opening the seams. I thought we ran the ball on the perimeter well and blocked on the perimeter well. But we have to get there where we can establish the run. The 2 interceptions Taylor threw, if you look, one of them he was getting hit, and the other one should have been a caught pass also that ended up tipped into the air. You know, he's getting better each week. Still, we have some big play people over there. We need to start making bigger plays and being more consistent, moving those chains. Special teams, I thought we were very solid. Kyle Martin's average was a little over 44, but he put 3 of them inside the 20, which is, you know, that was huge for us. And Chris Boswell, kicking ability is, you know, I think he's probably one of the tops in the conference. Needed him just on some extra points, but it sure is nice to know he's there. And I thought we were solid in all phases of the special teams. Heading to Marshall, they're a good football team. You know, they've played a very challenging schedule. They beat Southern Miss. That we struggled against, and you know, we're going to have to bring an A game there. They have a freshman quarterback who gets better each week. They have tremendous skill, and their defense is really doing some nice things. I know they're giving up 26 points a game, and at this point only scoring 13. But I think a lot of that's the schedule. And they're a good football team when they're at home. And it's one where we got to go in there and start fast, and you know, we can't have any of the let-ups that we've had in the past. But sure thrilled for this football team to get that win.
You alluded to after the game tweaking some things with your defensive rotation. How did you look at them? What jumped out at you that you like that you guys can keep pushing as you move forward?
Just at how fresh getting Scott Solomon off the field a little more, even though he doesn't want to come off the field and it makes him really angry. I think it allowed him to finish a football game the way we need to. All those positions up there, we really did a better job of substituting a lot of people up in there than we did the week before, and I think that really paid dividends for us. I thought Paul Porras, in his first start at the weak safety, played a very good football game for us, and same with Tanner Leland at the free safety. Thought they really did a nice job. And, you know, with moving Xavier to strong, I think that really helped. And Corey's hamstring, we'll have to see where he is, and I haven't got that report yet today.
You mentioned maybe you guys tinkered with some speed packages.
Well, then you see, too, when we were putting in Kyle Prater at the end, trying to just get fast on the perimeter. We call that the Joker package, and that allows us actually what it is to scheme Scott where we want Scott to be in the lineup, where they just, you know, earlier in the year they were just sliding all the protections to him, and we're trying to make it where we can move him around, where he's a right end or a left end or a three technique with a nose guard to try to attack protections in a different way.
By and large, you like the way that?
Yeah, I did, and that's, a lot with 5 sacks, 10 tackles for losses, and a lot of quarterback hurries in that. I thought it was very, very good move for us to create that personnel package.
Is that something specific to the opponent or something you guys?
No, I think it's something we can continue to build on.
Dave, on the running game, how much of it is, I mean, obviously you mentioned the injuries last week, but how much of it is the teaching portion or the, you got some guys that are playing on like Ian's in there? but-
Well, this week we had Tyler, at the end of the game, they did rush for 97 yards. So, I mean, we did have a running game this week. Most of it, though, if you notice, was out on the perimeter. We've got to get back where we're opening seams. We've hit some very talented defensive line. That one guy weighed 350 pounds. It was hard on us to move. We've just got to, we tried double teaming him and coming off on linebackers and, coming off the double team. Sometimes we were late to the linebackers, but we have to come up with ways that we can't blow them off football to where we are creating seams because we do have some talented running backs.
This game was a lot like a Purdue game, and it's kind of proven that you guys can win a defensive-minded game against a team that may be on your level. I mean, how much does that bode well for going into Marshall when they're kind of in the same boat?
Well, that's one where Marshall, where you look at even this guy, Memphis, it wasn't a big spread, create a lot of space like we struggled with at Baylor and some of the Southern Miss. And we've played well, versus that type of offense better throughout, even, in 08 with Western Michigan. It's one where I think really our defensive line can get push on the line of scrimmage, and we can do some things defensively to slow it down. I think, a lot of it is Memphis had a freshman quarterback. Marshall's had a freshman quarterback, and that's one of the reasons, too, why they're continuing to get better is those quarterbacks get better.
So you view this as a prime opportunity for you guys to continue that?
Yeah, it's one where we need to take what we've learned from this game, and, you would think we would have had some confidence coming out of this football game and be able to play good in Marshall this week.
Their defense line, Vinny Curry, was a preseason defensive player. Can you just kind of talk about that? Obviously with the matchup, some of the things you're dealing with on the offensive line, having to deal with that.
Their D-line, he's pretty special now. He's, look at the Southern Miss game where he calls the safety. He's just untouched. He's as talented as a kid as you're going to see. And that's, one where we have to, through reps and hard work, we just got to get to where we can rely on our fundamentals and technique up there. And there's times where against great offensive linemen, if you step under yourself, your shoulders are getting rolled. If you don't use the exact proper footwork, good things don't happen. And we have to continue to get reps and get better. And if you've done it 1,000,000 times, then you got to do it 1,000,001. You got to keep working to get the improvement that we need to win football games.
Not to specifically make this about Prater, but I remember you talking about him in a preseason about he needs to get more comfortable and knowledgeable. Do you think you've kind of found something for him that he can continue to build?
Yeah, we do, and I also think, though, too, he still has taken a lot of reps at linebacker. And it takes a while just for everybody to understand the run fits and some of the coverages in, and he's very close to where you're going to see him play at linebacker some. But he is an aggressive, fast, he's a defensive mentality, all the way. And he's all business when he's going to work out there, and he's helping add some pressure on those quarterbacks.
From a coaching perspective, how much of a positive is that you found something that he can do very, very good?
What's good, because the more people you can include that help, you don't want to include if they can't help, but he's carving a niche on this football team, and as you play, people that play and are producing are happy, and it's he'll continue. He's one of those guys he's driven. He'll continue to work to make a difference around here.
Anything else?
Luke, thanks.